Okay, this is a relative map tour through Google Earth of our planned trip. We start out at the La Parva Ski Resort, which will be coming up right now, where the little red line begins. The red line is more or less the path we're going to be taking. And we hike all the way up the ski resort mountain, taking an old Inca trail that has been traveled for about 2,000 years. And taking this trail, we will make our way to where our base camp is going to be, a place called La Olla. We'll be passing a number of places that the Incas used to live at. One of them is named Piedra Numerada, numbered rock, and it'll shortly be coming up on screen here. And that's where that is, right there up above there, where we start zigzagging along the mountain, gaining altitude. So I have to zoom out every time there's a gain in altitude in order to be able to see. And we take those Inca trails, still gaining altitude up the mountain. Going along the ridge, the neighboring mountains, and slowly making our way to our base camp. It's approximately a 2-day trek, walking between 8 and 10 hours a day, or hiking I should say. And that there's called Federation Camp. It's a campground that's monitored by the government there in Chile. And we're still making our way up along the ridge crest of these neighboring mountains. And finally, we have a last push to our base camp, which should be coming up shortly, after we gain a good deal of altitude here, getting up to about 3,500 meters, and about 3,800 meters right there, and then going back down about 3,500 meters, and a quick gain in altitude now. It's about 4,000 meters. Still making our way along the ridge crest of these mountains. And there's a Federation camp. And that's our last push up to our base camp, which is La Olla. And that's where we'll be setting up tent. And from there we'll be starting our actual climbing. The altitude at La Olla is 4,200 meters. And here we get a look of the path we'll be taking up along the mountain. And from there is where our actual climbing is going to start. We're going to have to make our way across this glacier. It's called Iver Glacier. And gaining quite a bit of altitude there. Now we go by this big rock formation called the Morro, to the base of a glacier we'll be climbing, which is the Hanging Glacier, or Glaciar Colgante. And there you'll be able to see it in a minute. I gotta zoom out because we're gaining a lot of altitude. And from there we start our climb. There'll be a lot of ice climbing, some snow, and a few crevasses where we'll have to do some vertical climbing. The verticality of that glacier is actually the highest one there. It's a 60 to 70 degrees vertical incline with a few 90-degree crevasses, which should become visible at any point now. There they are. And the tallest one is about 60 to 70 feet high, so it's not that much vertical climbing. We make our way up to the what they call the false summit, and head along the ridge of the mountain to the actual summit, which will be coming up shortly. And you can see more or less the view there from the. And here we are at the actual summit, and that's 5,430 meters of altitude. We'll have a quick lunch there and rehydrate before making our way down what they call the normal route, which is a much less vertical walk, basically a hiking trek. It follows the old Inca trails, and it should take us about 3 to 4 hours to get back down to our base camp from there. That glacier on the right is the Iver Glacier, and we are bordering it on the way down. Fairly non-technical, just hiking there. No technical climbing or anything like there was on the way up. And finally we end up for a good meal and well-deserved rest at base camp. And here we get some views of the mountain and from the base camp, and you can see it there a little bit better, the trail we'll be taking. So anyway, that's our planned route. And this is the mountain's called Cerro El Plomo. Again, some more views of the trail and the mountain. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour. I know we're going to enjoy plenty doing it.